Hello and welcome to this edition of our podcast Mudde Charcha of the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. In this edition, we are going to discuss the National Highway Excellence Awards 2021, which are going to be conferred at a grand function at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi on 28th June. The theme of this year's award is Innovation and Excellence in Road Construction. We will know more about the awards, its background and idea behind conferring these awards. To tell us about these, we have with us Shri Amit Kumar Ghosh, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Sir, welcome to this podcast. Can you please share with us details of the forthcoming event?
Thank you. To acknowledge the contribution of innovation in design, practice and technology in the highway sector, a day-long event is proposed to be organized on the theme Innovation and Excellence in Road Construction and National Highways Excellence Awards 2021 award ceremony. And this entire thing is being organized under the aegis of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. This event will commence in the morning from 9:30 am. It will be inaugurated by Shri Giridhar Aramane, Secretary Road Transport and Highways, Government of India. And the forenoon and afternoon sessions will be focused on subject matters like sustainability, technologies for slope stabilization in hill roads, innovative technologies for tunnels and resilient infrastructure. As also, there will be a session on the road ahead for excellence in road safety. This event will be followed by the National Highways Excellence Award ceremony from 5 p.m. onwards. Honorable Speaker Lok Sabha Shri Om Birla will be the chief guest, and Honorable Minister for Road Transport and Highways Shri Nitin Gadkari ji will preside over the function. General Dr. V.K. Singh, Honorable Minister of State for Road Transport and Highways and Civil Aviation, and Shri Amitabh Kant ji, CEO NHEA Aayog, are going to be the guests of honor. We are also inviting a very large number of participants for the day-long function, and in the evening, all these participants will be joined by eminent guests who will grace the award ceremony.
Sir, thank you for giving this information. When were the awards constituted and what is the idea behind conferring these awards?
The National Highway Excellence Awards were constituted in 2018, and it was made an yearly event from the year 2019 onwards. Presently, we are in the fourth cycle. The idea behind initiating these awards was to recognize and acknowledge the best highway road stretches and toll plazas functioning across the nation, and award the companies, concessionaires, contractors and organizations for doing exceptionally well and delivering finest quality services during construction, operations, tolling and maintenance stages. The entire life cycle approach we have kept. So we are awarding people for performing with excellence during all stages of the life cycle of a highway.
Sir, how are these awards significant as far as development of the highway infrastructure of the country is concerned?
The National Highway Excellence Awards are designed across various categories with the thought of identifying such players in the sector who have adopted innovative or alternative practices, who adhere to high quality standards, who take adequate and appropriate safety measures, and who use sustainable and renewable sources of technology and energy in their work. The idea is to foster a culture of excellence and to bring in the best possible technological solutions to the task of development and maintenance of a highway.
How many categories of awards are to be given this year?
There are 12 categories for the National Highway Excellence Awards, which includes 3 subcategories. The first one is Excellence in Project Management, and it is for both PPP projects, public-private partnership, and EPC projects, engineering, procurement, construction. And the second is excellence in operation and maintenance for flexible payment and the rigid payment. And then excellence in toll management. Excellence in highway safety for plain terrain and hill terrain. Then excellence for excellent green highways. And then outstanding work in challenging conditions. Innovation, tunnel construction and bridge construction. So these are our categories. So for this year, I am happy to share with you that the jury headed by Shri Amit, CEO NHEA, has decided upon the gold and silver awards in different categories. At present, I am not authorized to share those details. So we have to wait for the evening of 28th June. Thank you.
Sure, sir, we will wait for that. Sir, what is the process of getting nominated for these awards?
The nominations are invited through a nomination portal, which is on the bhumirashi.gov.in/awards portal, and where the applicants have to fill in category specific details and upload the requisite documents. This entire process is totally independent, and the applicant follows the process of self-nomination.
Sir, please tell our listeners what is the selection criteria for these awards?
Insofar as the selection of, once the self-nomination is done, we select only those projects for evaluation which are completed projects. Incomplete projects are not allowed to be considered for nomination for the award. The second thing is that the period of completion, it is well defined for each category by when the project should have been completed. What I am trying to say here is that if a project was completed say 4 years ago, it is not eligible to be considered now. So there are, for different types of projects, there are different periods of completion. So period of completion is the second criteria. The winners of National Highway Excellence Awards for those very projects were not eligible to be nominated for that category again, which is very natural. So these were the three basic principles.
So one last question. What is the process adopted for finalizing the names or the winners?
So basically, we have a threefold mechanism. The first is the desktop assessment, where data points and documents of the application goes through 4 rounds of quality checks to validate the applicant's claim. Once the applicant's application passes through the desktop assessment stage, scores are generated from this round and are presented before the Screening and Validation Committee, headed by Additional Secretary and Financial Advisor of the Ministry. And then this committee shortlists the project for field assessment. The second stage starts with field assessment. In the second stage, teams consisting of highway experts assess the highway on site, on set parameters, and validate the claims made by the applicant. So, whatever the applicant is claiming in his application should be visible on site. After the field visit is completed, another round of scoring is done as per the findings and the data collected from the field inspection. The field assessment results are then presented again to the Screening and Validation Committee to shortlist the projects for jury review. Finally, at the third stage, the jury panel headed by CEO NHEA Shri and its members were Mr. C.K. Mishra, former Secretary Government of India, Mr. A.V. Sinha, former Director General of Roads and Special Secretary, and Mr. B.C. Datta, Vice President Ula, and this committee, the jury, reviewed the projects, went through the results, and then finalized the papers. So this is the three-stage mechanism.
Thank you, sir, for providing information about the National Highway Excellence Awards.
I thank all the listeners for taking interest and giving their time to understand the National Highway Excellence Awards process, and wish them a very good day.
That's all for this edition of the podcast. We will come with a new issue in our next edition. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Have a nice day.